For the ones who are following the new podcast, Diana Case Solved, know the feeling when I say things are getting more and more intense with every episode. Seems like she tipped the photographers to take some pictures with her and Dodie to make someone jealous, and that person was not Charles. In the previous episode, there were some whispers about how pretty much the goal of the ones in power was to undermine Diana, but she was not having any of it. I mean, how can you undermine someone who is the princess of the people? Think about it, if it was anyone other than Diana getting involved with things that were politically sensitive, she'd be prosecuted for it. But Lady Di walked through the landmines and people had nothing but admiration for her. But of course, through it all, the ones with the power were angry and she felt it. Diana thought she was being followed all the time. Out of all the places, she felt the most unsafe in the car. She thought that the royals had mics in her car and they could hear her. She would ask the members of her staff to search for something unusual in her vehicle every time before getting into it. She thought the system was set together. And to be honest, things were very obvious in the letter she wrote about Charles planning on ending her life and how the white Fiat that collided with the car was never found. Things were fishy, and she felt it. Just like so many famous personalities, Diana also decided to turn to psychics and spiritual healers, hoping they would be able to help her feel better. The psychic she went to was Sally Morgan, who is known worldwide as a psychic to A-list celebrities. She wanted to know if her dad was okay, and for someone who was constantly scared for her own life, a psychic and a spiritual healer would do some good for sure. They could help her feel calmer. Aside from Sally, she also had a spiritual healer that later became her close friend, called Simone Simmons. The bond between these two became so strong that Diana felt the need to check in with her pretty much all the time, and when Simone was not around, she would leave millions of messages for her, one or two of which we can hear on the podcast. As the story of the podcast goes further, it's not all that painful. At some point, Diana finds love. Hasnat Khan, who was a British Pakistani heart and lung surgeon. She met him when she was coming down the elevator and thought to herself, this is it, this is my Mr. Wonderful. And that is when the new love story started. She fell head over heels for him to the point where she almost forgot about her position and wanted to secretly marry him. But there was no way this could happen because she was the mother of the future King of England, and if there was going to be a wedding, it had to be done officially. Even though they were trying to keep this relationship a secret, we should not forget that Diana was the most photographed lady in the world, which made it impossible for her to date someone without having the whole world watch her relationship. After all, everything with her in it was top selling, so imagine how much they would pay to see her with a new lover. Before, Diana was using media to her advantage, but this time it backfired. Give them your hand and they take the whole arm. The more they wanted, the more it affected her relationship with Hasnat. The problem was that Mr. Doctor was not comfortable with the whole thing. If he had married her, he literally would be Mrs. Diana, meaning he had to leave all of his life to be with her, and he didn't want to do that. But of course, Diana did not take that well. She thought she had to change his mind. If he truly loved her, he would have given up his world to be with her, but he didn't, and that is how the relationship ended for Diana. To get away from all of this, Diana went to the Egyptian millionaire Mohammed El Fayed, and that is where she met Dodi El Fayed, who was already engaged to an American actress. This time, the guy wanted to be in the spotlight. He was raised in a rich family surrounded by famous people, so he could get to her. They had everything an icon like Diana wanted, all the private security that could make her feel safe. So even though the previous relationship was all in secret, this was all public. Not sure if Diana was in love or not, but she sure was enjoying using the glamour as much as she could because she wanted to make a significant other jealous. The royal family didn't know why she was doing everything this public, but Diana didn't care about them much. Diana tipped off the paparazzi, using them as a weapon for two reasons. She wanted the pictures to fill the first pages of the newspapers, to take the spotlight from Charles and Camilla, but more importantly, she wanted to make Hasnat Khan jealous, and one particular picture did all of that for her. The one of the two were kissing on the deck. Later, she asked if Hasnat has seen the pictures or not and got the answer she wanted. He was not happy. He wanted her to go back home, but Diana wanted to stay longer. Her vacation with Dodi was going to end on Saturday the 30th of August, but they decided to stay the night in the Paris Ritz Hotel, Mohammed El Fayed Hotel, and leave on Sunday, and we all know what happened on August 31st. This is where the episode ends, and I, for one, cannot wait to see what the podcast will reveal next. Pretty sure there's more to be unraveled than what meets the eye. But let's talk about the rest in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you believe Diana was murdered? What other secrets do you think are going to be revealed soon? Let's talk about that in the comments, and remember to become part of our Curious Tips family by subscribing to our channel. Until next time.